Imagine waking up in the morning, picking up your phone, and seeing nothing. No likes, no comments, no messages from your boss or friends. And instead of feeling bad, you smile. Because right now, one thought is running through your head. I don't give a single fuck about this anymore. What if that one single mindset could completely change your life? Today, I'm going to tell you the entire story of a book that has already changed millions of lives. If you're still watching after these 30 seconds, I promise you will never see life the same way again. Let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to this deep dive. In this video, you're not just going to get a simple summary of a book. You're going to discover a completely new way of living. The book is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, written by Mark Manson. It was published on September 13, 2016. Since then, it has sold between 16 and 20 million copies worldwide. It has been translated into more than 65 languages. It stayed at #1 on the New York Times bestseller list for weeks, and it is still selling strongly today. Even Vladimir Putin banned the book in Russia, and celebrities like Chris Hemsworth have been seen praising it on Instagram. So how did this book become such a massive success? Let's first understand the author's background. Mark Manson was born in 1984 in Austin, Texas. His parents divorced when he was young. He graduated from Boston University in 2007 with degrees in international relations and business. He got a job at an investment bank, but quit after only 3 weeks. His manager told him he was reading too many books at the office. That was the end of his corporate life. After that, he started blogging in 2007. At first, he wrote about dating and relationships. Later, he moved into self-help and life advice. His blog, markmanson.net, once received over 2 million visitors every month. In 2015, he wrote a blog post titled The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That post went viral. Publishers approached him and said, "Turn this into a book." Mark originally suggested 2 titles, one with the swear word and one without. The publishers told him to keep the strong title because it would sell. They were right. The book sold 2,000 copies in its first week. Then it grew to 10,000 copies per week. In 2017, it became the #1 bestseller. In the first year alone, it sold over 2 million copies, and it is still selling years later. Why is this book so successful? Because it is the opposite of traditional self-help books. Most self-help books tell you, stay positive, dream big, everything is possible. Mark Manson says the exact opposite. Life is not easy. Success comes from struggle. Stop giving a fuck about everything and focus only on what truly matters. He calls it self-help for people who hate self-help. Now let's go through the entire book chapter by chapter. I will explain the main idea, key examples, and life lessons from each one. Take notes if you can. Chapter 1. Don't try. Mark says we're always trying to be happier, more successful, and more liked. But the paradox is, wanting positive experience is itself a negative experience. Anything truly valuable in life requires you to go through negative experiences. For example, going to the gym hurts, but that pain gives you a better body. Mark shares that he used to try everything and ended up with nothing. Lesson: stop trying so hard at everything. Focus only on what is truly important to you. Pause for 3 seconds. Chapter 2. Happiness is a problem. Happiness is not a destination. Happiness is the process of solving problems. Every problem comes with its own set of pains. The real question is, which pain are you willing to suffer for? Mark gives the example of Pablo Picasso. Picasso hated his first 100 paintings, but that struggle created his masterpieces. Lesson: stop chasing happiness. Instead, choose your problems wisely. Pause for 3 seconds. Chapter 3. You are not special. This chapter attacks entitlement culture. We all secretly believe we are special and our problems are the biggest. Mark says, no, you are not special. Everyone suffers. He tells the story of his friend David, who died of cancer. On his deathbed, David said, everybody suffers. You are not special. Lesson: accepting that you are not special is incredibly liberating. It allows you to build real relationships and live honestly. Pause for 3 seconds. Chapter 4. The Value of Suffering. There are 3 layers of self-awareness. What emotion am I feeling? Why am I feeling this emotion? What are my values? Suffering is inevitable. The question is whether your suffering aligns with your values. Mark shares how a painful breakup taught him what he really wanted in life. Lesson: don't avoid suffering. Choose suffering that matches what you truly care about. Pause for 3 seconds. Chapter 5. You are always choosing. Even when life feels forced, you're still making choices. Taking responsibility gives you back control. Mark talks about his travel years when things went wrong, but he chose how to respond. Lesson: take full responsibility for your life. That is where real power comes from. Pause for 3 seconds. Chapter 6. You're wrong about everything, but so am I. We all walk around thinking we're right about everything, but the truth is, nobody is 100% correct. Mark says the more he admits he's wrong, the more he learns. Lesson: embrace uncertainty. Stay open to new ideas. Pause for 3 seconds. Chapter 7. Failure is the way forward. Take action, fail, learn, repeat. Mark says the biggest failure is doing nothing. He shares how he self-published his first book, Models, and eventually succeeded. Lesson: do something. Don't fear failure. It is the only path forward. Pause for 3 seconds. Chapter 8. The Importance of Saying No. Learn to set boundaries. Say no to things that don't matter so you can say yes to what does. Mark stopped going to many parties so he could focus on writing. Lesson: say no more often. Your yes will become much more powerful. Pause for 3 seconds. Chapter 9. And then you die. Death is the best perspective tool. Knowing that everything ends makes you realize what truly matters. Mark ends the book by saying, life is short. Give a fuck only about what really matters. Many readers cry after reading this final chapter. 3 subtle points most people miss. Not giving a fuck does not mean being indifferent. It means being comfortable being different. If you want to stop giving a fuck about adversity, you must give a bigger fuck on something more important. You are always choosing what to care about. Just choose fewer things. Final message. This book does not tell you to be happy. It tells you to live a real life. For those of us dealing with job pressure, studies, family expectations, and society, this book is perfect. Read it, apply it, you will feel much lighter. If you enjoyed this summary, drop a comment and tell me which chapter hit you the hardest. I read every comment. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more life-changing book summaries. Thank you for watching. Stay peaceful, and remember, give a fuck only about what really matters.